Fellas, I took the sport coat off for this, the suit coat, because get ready. Adam Kownacki, again, was being mentioned as an opponent for the top heavyweights. He wasn't 3 fights away, he was 1 fight away. All that derailed by the Nordic Nightmare. So yes, he's had Nordic Nightmares looking just like that the past year and a half. So much on the line. Helenius, Andre, limited, but will hit you like a truck.
Yeah, the challenge for him tonight is to show that the first fight wasn't a fluke and that he can repeat and do it again.
Kownacki throws more punches than any other heavyweight in the world. He throws, he lands, he averages 83 punches per round. Lennox Lewis, he knows, though, it's not just throwing. You have to watch what's coming back the other side.
Oh, absolutely. His defense in the last fight was terrible.
Big uppercut by Helenius already.
He's hurt already.
And Kownacki, yeah, no question.
He's buzzed.
Still.
And by the way, Kownacki was leading in that fight. He had outlanded Helenius 78-35 through 3 rounds. So it's not like he was getting beaten from pillar to post in that fight. He just got knocked out in the 4th round. But here, he gets hurt right away.
Yeah, but the problem is now Helenius has more confidence. He knows he can do it, so he believes. He didn't have this belief going into the first fight. I'm not saying he wasn't confident, but he didn't know if he could do it. He knows that he can knock him out, so it's good. His mentality is a lot different going into the 2nd fight.
Plus, he's been training with Deontay, so that's got to give him a lot of spirit, knowing that he's boxing against one of the best fighters in the world.
Look, Helenius was no stiff. He had earlier in his career, he had wins over Sam Peter, Sergei Lyhovich, Derek Chisora in 3 state bouts. Now, a lot of those guys were, over the hill at the time, but that's still 3 straight. Sam Peter, Lyhovich, Chisora. Chisora's still fighting.
Helenius is doing the right thing. He didn't go crazy when he hurt Kownacki. He stayed behind the jab. He knows he's got 12 rounds. No rush. He's doing the right thing.
Kownacki, when he comes in, he can't receive any shots. He's got to move that head or block the punches.
I mentioned that Kownacki throws 83 punches per round. That is double the heavyweight average. His work rate, by the way, up until recently, was the 3rd best in the entire sport. He was trailing only Roman Gonzalez, Chocolatito, and Leo Santa Cruz. Think about that.
But it's a little tough now, Brian, because he's been hurt and he's been stopped. So he doesn't have that same, desire to open up because he can get caught. And then he got caught early.
He got caught right away.
Not letting those shots go like we normally see.
And you're right, Helenius already looks more confident. Good body shot there by Kownacki.
Kownacki has to beat the confidence out of Helenius. It's not going to come easy.
And he's got to put more pressure on him as well, push him up against the ropes, because what he does is if he boxes this from a long range, Helenius has the leverage of power that can hurt Kownacki.
And Lennox, just as you say that, you see the right hand. Talk about leverage.
Oh, there it is.
This is what I'm trying to say. Rocked again. He is landing. He is fully planted with those right hands. Kownacki in bad trouble already on the ropes. Helenius hits like a ton. There is a lot of time left. 15 seconds. Hard body shot by Kownacki. He has got to get out of there. Final 10 seconds. Helenius is a very good finisher. He finished off Kownacki with style last time out. A little 1-2 from Helenius, but Kownacki survives. To your point, Lennox, hitting with leverage.
Yes.
That was a smooth 1-2 right there from Helenius. He didn't load up. He hurt him, and then he followed up and really battered Kownacki until that bell rang.
Round number 2, the first round, 29-11. Punches landed in favor of Robert Helenius. Again, that was not happening in that first fight. It was Kownacki through the first 3, outlanding Helenius, and then he got caught in the 4th round.
But fellas, here's the problem. Kownacki knows one style: press forward and punch. But when you're running into shots and you're getting hurt, what do? He doesn't have a plan B, so he's in a tough spot right now.
You know what, Andre, too, to what you said, I don't see the same spirit in Kownacki right now, not the same fighting aura.
That was partially broken in their last fight, and then he got whatever was left was broken again in these first couple rounds. He was reminded of that last fight immediately, and that was the right thing from Helenius.
Let me tell you, both eyes are swollen up by Kownacki, and this is bad right now, so he's got to make a move right now. He can't allow this fight to go any further into the round.
Kownacki trying there with the body shots, but you're right, his eyes closing up already. We're in the 2nd round, and this is Kownacki, the same man that broke CompuBox records for most punches thrown and landed against Chris Arreola. So he's usually very sturdy, throws his hands, and there he goes, gets to work.
Oh.
Good hook there by Kownacki. Helenius looks slightly hurt. Fascinating fight. Kownacki showing some spunk.
like the response from Kownacki. Instead of just drifting off and accepting what Helenius was doing to him, he's trying to summon up the strength to get into a rhythm and get into a groove.
Tyson Fury cannot afford to get excited watching this fight. He's just going to chill and enjoy. But if he sees a quick knockout, Lennox, might be time to get on your feet, right?
Oh yeah, well, it depends on what he's excited about. I don't think this fight's going to excite him. I think he's just, you know, looking at Helenius because he's been in camp with him, so wondering how he's doing.
Yeah, Kownacki moves forward, but you can see a mouse under both eyes, black and blue already, and that left eye puffing up and nearly closed already.
Helenius needs to get back in control of this fight. He doesn't want a fighter like Kownacki to get warmed up and to get confident. He needs to keep the pressure on Kownacki doing what he did in that first round.
Helenius, again, brought in as an opponent. He's 36 years old. Kownacki was the guy on the rise. But the way Helenius finished that fight, once he knocked Kownacki down, the first knockdown was ruled a slip, and it was not. Knocked him down again, but he chased him pillar to post, Andre, to finish off Kownacki. A hellacious finisher.
That's what you got to do. If your opponent is hurt, you go in for the finish, and that's what Helenius did.
Nice 1-2 there by Helenius. Again, you see a wide discrepancy in the punches landed already. But Kownacki showing a little more fight, having a little more success in this round.
But that left eye is a problem and is going to continue to be a problem.
And Helenius knows that too, because he's, you know, Kownacki's blinking. And if I see a guy blinking in front of me, I'll be aiming for that eye.
Yeah, you wonder how much he's going to be able to see. That eye's closed. Heidi Androl caught up with the former champ. That's looking good, coming in, and seemed calm, right?
Yeah.
Deontay, that does look like a good state of mind, don't you think?
Let me tell you, being calm is half of the battle. Because if you're nervous, you know, you're taking away, that's nervous energy you're using up.
Kownacki trying to move his head, moving in on Robert Helenius. Helenius rocked and rolled Kownacki in that opening round. He's closed one eye, now working on the other. There's a hard right hand. When Helenius can step back and throw that right hand straight, Andre, or uppercut, wow, that hurts.
Man, that was 5 clean shots from Helenius, a 1-2, a right hand, and then a right upper. And Kownacki took it well, but he can't keep taking those kind of shots.
Helenius does look like a whole new fighter. And there's Deontay Wilder, again, looking to reclaim his heavyweight championship. Looking sharp coming in, saying all the right things. We'll see if he was able to do all the right things in the gym where it matters. And we'll be closely watching his work rate early on. Throwing jabs, Tyson Fury's going to make you miss, but you have to continue to work.
If you're Kownacki, keep those hands high, protect that eye, and try to stay close to Helenius, where he doesn't really like to work. He'll throw some punches inside, but that's not really where he wants to be. That's where Kownacki wants to be. He can protect the eye, preserve the body a little bit, and also get off his own shots. He needs to keep pressing forward.
You're right, because he has to stay close, because at a distance, he's at a disadvantage. And plus, like I said, Helenius can throw his left and his right from a distance, and he loves throwing that. And he, you know, every once in a while he throws an uppercut where Kownacki, you know, keeps his head down and gets caught.
You're right, Lennox, when he's able to get in the pocket, and that is pretty far away for a normal human. But if Helenius can stand back, plant, and throw from a distance, you can feel the thudding power of Helenius.
79-inch reach.
And that's where he feels, Helenius feels comfortable from the outside. He doesn't want to be pressured against the ropes.
Look at this, southpaw briefly, now moves back to orthodox. By the way, Kownacki's wife, Justina, is due to give birth any day. The due date for the baby is October 12th. But there are many speculating here in Las Vegas, hey, your mind's got to be on other things. Is it on the fight? And look, we've all been through, we all have children. It is something that is on your mind, there's no question.
But that's what makes fighters so special, is they're resilient. They can compartmentalize some of the most craziest things in their personal life, and even beautiful things like having a baby, to get the job done. So I don't think that's going to be a distraction. If anything, it's going to be motivation.
Well, maybe inspirational here, because he's going to have to fight back from adversity. He's hurt again, wobbling. His feet are wobbled. He cannot see that eye, but now Helenius looks hurt. Did he take a shot low? I guess so. Kownacki was wobbled.
Hey,
and now Helenius
relax.
is complaining.
Hey, I got this. You got it? Just relax.
You hear Celestino Ruiz. Let's hear what he says to Kownacki.
Let me give you a hard warning. You got to pick them punches up, all right? No. Pick them up, okay?
Here it is again. All right, low shot. And
You
that
okay?
hurt Helenius, clearly. He's not
You
a guy
okay?
that you know, is looking to be hurt.
It's not the first
You
one,
want,
it's that
you want
last
5
one.
minutes? You got up
The
to 5
first one was
minutes.
incidental, the second one was intentional.
Wait right there. Pick him up. Time
Ruiz
in.
not taking a point away, just giving a stern warning. Obviously, if there's another one, then that the idea is.
And here you see Helenius coming in with a straight right as Kownacki's coming in and getting catch and getting caught with an uppercut as well. And here you see Helenius concerned about his eye a little bit, and he gets caught. This is where you got, and he's wobbled a little bit after this left hand. You know, you got to keep your hands up if you're coming in.
Yeah, I think that low blow was to buy some time. You know, Kownacki was hurt, he was buzzed, and he said, I need some time to recover. Let me get this warning and see if I can recover and hopefully turn this thing around.
Kownacki has landed fewer punches in each round, 11, 9, and then 8. He's been hurt a number of times. That left eye is closing. Landed that low shot, 2 low shots on Helenius. And Helenius just like hits you like a telephone pole from a distance. It's just hard. It's not the velocity on it. It's just all that weight and distance.
Yes, and Kownacki, it's double impact because he comes in and Helenius lands, and it's just double impact because Kownacki comes in so hard and without any defense, so everything lands flush right on the chin.
Plus, he's making it a harder punch. He's receiving a harder punch because he's coming in. He's coming in, and the punch is coming towards him. They crash together. More power.
That's what I'm saying.
And I tell you, Kownacki, by the way, just in terms of work rate, again, he averages 83 punches a round. He's about 50 punches a round in this fight. Completely different. Obviously, styles make fights. That right hand landed on the chin of Helenius.
Just not a lot on it, though.
Tries with the jab. Kownacki is normally non-stop action. He was against Chris Arreola. Again, I mentioned they broke heavyweight records in that fight. The punches landed, punches thrown. But a vastly different Kownacki here tonight. He's eating one jab after another.
The best thing you can do after you stop a fighter is to hurt them early and to remind them of all the bad things that happened and let them know that that was not a fluke, that was real. And that's what Helenius has done, and that's why Kownacki, even though he'll have moments where he opens up, he just can't get started.
You know, Lennox, one thing you said in that first fight, I watched it back this week, you said, hey, as a heavyweight, if you just perfect a few punches, you can be pretty good. And that's what Helenius has done.
Oh yeah, he's perfected the jab and the left right. Those are his sweet punches. And I like his uppercut too.
Another right hand there. Yeah, he's not Riddick Bowe, right? It's like who you beat in the Olympics. Doesn't have this whole arsenal and repertoire, but what he throws is real. Another right hand lands from Helenius.
Helenius can't forget the body. He landed a few body shots early on. There you go.
Oh!
That's the shot right there. That'll really slow Kownacki down.
That hurt just to watch. Thudding right hand to the body.
Not only slow him down, that will bring Kownacki's hands down so he can get a better punch at his face.
Kownacki just doesn't look good. I mean, beaten down already. Look, the eye obviously changes the equation, but he's getting hit with clean shots from a very big man.
Yeah, the referee has to keep a good eye on Kownacki, and I'm not saying he should stop it now, but he's got to watch him because he's a tough guy. He's taking a lot of punishment early, and there's a long way to go.
Plus, he's showing that his eye is affecting him by blinking in front of Helenius, and that just makes Helenius throw more punches because he realizes the punches are affecting him, and he's bothered by them.
Final seconds here, round 4. Adam Kownacki, Robert Helenius. We've got another heavyweight bout coming up next. Young heavyweights, head-to-head, both undefeated. Efe Ajagba and Frank Sanchez, all leading up. Wild shots there, but the main event with the power every time Kownacki tries to come in.
Yeah, Helenius just has to put it out there. He doesn't even have to throw it hard because Kownacki comes in so hard and he's reckless with his defense that Helenius just lands flush shots. And again, the impact is doubled because Kownacki just comes in the way that he does, straight ahead, no special effects. His chin is on a platter, and Helenius just keeps it simple and basic.
You know, if you haven't seen Adam Kownacki before, you might think, oh, come on, the guy's not in shape. He's not. The normal Adam Kownacki is soft-spoken, mild. He's never had the most impressive physique, but he can box and he can fight.
Yes, he can.
Andre, if you've seen somebody blinking in front of you, finding it difficult to see out of your eye, what would you do?
I'm going to go overtime. I'm going to try to target that eye as much as I can with the jab and the right hand ASAP.
Round 5, Brian Kenny here ringside with Lennox Lewis, former heavyweight champion of the world, Andre Ward, former super middleweight and light heavyweight champion of the world. Gold medal table here, except for me. But you guys have, I'll take your bronze, Lennox. You got one.
Gold medal in broadcasting.
Thank you, Andre.
What the fuck? Get over there.
Oh, wow.
Get over there. Come here. 1 point, low blow. 1 point,
Now
low blow.
Ruiz takes that
1 point,
point.
low blow. You got to stop it. Stop it. Keep the
Helenius
punches
was
up.
irate.
Keep your mouth shut,
Ruiz
okay?
said before, I've
Time
got
in.
this. I'll handle it. And he just did. Helenius is upset. You can understand.
Well, it's a fight. So if Helenius is mad, handle your business, let your hands go, and get this fight over.
Watch it again. Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous how long that is. What's that?
Yeah, that seemed...
Stop.
That seemed like, let me give you a shot while the ref can't see, but the ref did see.
That's some nonsense.
Oh,
good hard right hand by Helenius on the way in. Helenius is just hurting Kownacki, and Kownacki, I guess, is just desperate. We haven't seen him fight dirty before. He usually doesn't do that, but he's a desperate man tonight.
Brian, he's looking for a way out, and Helenius needs to help him on the way out the door.
Oh!
Good hard uppercut. Helenius in terrific shape. Came in lighter here tonight. We don't even have to hear from Larry Hazard. Larry goes all 4, obviously, for Helenius, 40-36, as Helenius looks like he is just moments away from stopping this fight and stopping Kownacki.
I'm in the corner of Helenius. I say, son, let your hands go. Bite down on your mouth guard. He's going to try to throw one desperate shot, so be aware of that. But get this fight over with, and let's go home.
By the way, Kownacki has never had a point deducted from him. Again, he's been a very clean fighter, but he's in bad shape here, and I guess he's just trying to do something. It's unfortunate, but he's not. That's very uncharacteristic of Kownacki.
Yeah, Kownacki cannot be from a distance right now because he's going to be pot-shotted. Helenius can just line him up and throw that left, right, like he's doing, because he knows Kownacki's having eye trouble right now.
Good uppercut again. Helenius is making that uppercut much more of a weapon. The straight right hand has always been there. And there's one. That rocks Kownacki. He looks for the uppercut again, and he's got Kownacki moving back, and he's hurt. Ruiz taking a closer look. 30 seconds to go in the 5th round. Kownacki tries to fire back, but he is being wounded.
Ref's got to take a close look. He can't be a spectator when these punches start flying. He's got to take a close look.
It's a big man hitting him. Helenius 6'7", 246. By the way, 8 pounds lighter than the first fight. He's in tremendous shape. You can tell. And look at the punches, just nice and fluid, letting the big wood fly. Looking for that one shot now to put him out.
Yeah, the referee's looking closely at Kownacki.
You know, you do have to wonder, to your point, Andre Ward, you have to wonder, all right, how will the next few rounds go for Kownacki? Will it get better for Kownacki?
No, it won't.
I don't think so.
It won't, and I think the referee knows that as well. So he's going to pay close attention to this. And I think, you know, when it comes to Helenius, this is where you step it up, knowing that this is, you know, that Kownacki has no other choice but to, you know, go mad.
Adam Kownacki in desperate territory. Down on the cards, being outlanded. You see right there, 113-46. It's not close. And Helenius isn't out there just snapping out a light jab. He hits you with hard, thudding shots.
Kownacki's not some devastating one-punch knockout artist. He's a volume guy, so you got to keep that in mind as well.
That's a good point. And the eye, all of it goes into the equation. But again, the corner is the first line of defense, then the referee, the doctor as well, if they're looking closely. But this is a high-level heavyweight fight. Again, this is not a 4-rounder, a 6-rounder, not a pro debut. If it was a different fight, they'd stop it. But that's not where we're at. This is the world-class, if it's not top 10, top 15 level.
I think one more big shot and onslaught from Helenius, and this fight may be stopped because the referee's taking a very close look at Kownacki.
Kownacki hasn't really thrown any punches.
Tries there, but it's not a lot on him.
He's discouraged.
Yeah.
He's busted up, and he's fatigued.
At the same time, and Andre, you're right, and Helenius is revitalized. He's that win just made him a very different guy. Digs in with a body shot.
That body shot didn't help either.
Again, Helenius came in and he thought he had a great camp last time out. No one really believed him that he could pull off the upset. He, along with Johan Lindstrom, his trainer, they were telling us in Brooklyn, no, we know you're going to see something special, and they were right. This Helenius is even better.
He's confident.
Yep.
He's more confident this time around than he was the first time around.
Well, after you beat a guy, you got to be confident. You got to come back in this fight and say, hey, I beat him the first time, I can do it again.
Didn't just beat him, he knocked him out.
Yeah, but he came out with force. I agree with you. The way he came out to say, by the way, we're just continuing that beatdown. You know, those first 3 rounds, which were all Kownacki, or mostly Kownacki, that's not what we've had here. Good body shots by Helenius again.
And Helenius is just giving Kownacki a slow beating right now.
I'm sure if the ref doesn't see nothing from Kownacki, he's going to stop it.
Well, he hasn't seen anything, and I'm wondering what is it going to take for this fight to be stopped. I mean, every time Helenius looks like he's going to stop him, Kownacki throws a shot, and it makes the referee kind of back up a little bit, which is, you know, it's a tough spot to be in if you're a referee.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. I think that's what Celestino Ruiz is saying. He is calling it off. It's over. Now, he may have DQ'd him. I didn't know if he was stopping it to stop it as a TKO, or if it was a DQ, a disqualification. Bernardo, what are you hearing?
Celestino Ruiz told him, that's it, I'm stopping it at a disqualification. Then he went over to the judge and said disqualification after that low blow. But it was supposed to be stopped regardless.
All right, I didn't even see that low shot. He hit him low again on the way in?
Well, think of it like this. Would you rather be stopped or would you rather be
Yeah, I don't know what's better or worse, but either way, the Nordic Nightmare is dancing. All right, there it is. Ruiz saw it. And look, he gave him a warning. He took a point away. 3rd time around, he says that's it. Helenius looks to him, and I guess that was it.
Sometimes you can't tell intent, but the type of shots that Kownacki has been landing low, it's clear to see that these are intentional low blows. He's looking for a way out. He doesn't want to go out on his back. He doesn't want to be stopped, so he'd rather get disqualified.
Yeah, I agree with that totally.
Yeah, a decent job by Celestino Ruiz. That's a tough spot, but at a certain point, and look at there, Johan Lindstrom. Come on, take off that mask. Let him take off the mask. Look, that's tremendous, because there's a guy, 37 years old.